Welcome back to Colin's Country. Today, I'm going to show you how to make and can banana pepper mustard. It is delicious. Once you eat it, you probably won't be able to eat regular standard mustard from the store. It's that good. Plus, it's really easy to make. Only takes 5 ingredients and the entire process takes less than an hour. Let's do it. Here are your ingredients. You will need 3 cups of chopped banana peppers, 1 cup of mustard. I'm using this organic one from Walmart. Obviously, you can make your own mustard from scratch, but I am not that cool, so I'm using store-bought. Then you'll need 2 cups of vinegar. I like to do 1 cup of white vinegar and 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. This is my homemade apple cider vinegar. It's really good, but if you just want to do 2 cups of distilled vinegar, that's totally fine. Then you also need 1/4 cup of sugar and 2 teaspoons of pickling salt. And you'll also want to have a little bit of fruit pectin or Sure-Gel on hand just to add this at the end if you need it, if it's too thin. Sometimes it turns out kind of runny from all that vinegar, but this will thicken it up. So have a little bit of this on hand just in case so you can get it your desired thickness. First, we're going to rinse off the peppers really good. Then to process those banana peppers, you're going to cut the top off and then remove the seeds from the inside. It's really easy. And then I'm just going to cut it in half and throw it into my food processor. I got my banana peppers in there, so now I'm ready to food process them so they get chopped up real fine. I've got some extras to add in if I need to get my 3 cups. Also, it's a lot easier to run the food processor with something like this inside if there's also some liquid added. So I usually do throw some vinegar in. So of the 2 cups of vinegar that are going into this recipe, I'm going to go ahead and put a 1/2 cup of vinegar into there. And I got a little helper. Go ahead and mix it, bud. Push down on this part. Good job. A little bit more. That's perfect. We are almost at 3 cups, but remember, a 1/2 cup of that is the vinegar. So I do need to add in at least a 1/2 cup more of banana peppers. I got it all chopped up and I ended up with a little bit over 4 cups, which is great. I went ahead and just used everything I have on hand. The more the merrier. I brought all my ingredients over to the stovetop and now we're going to put it all into a pot. And a little tip to make sure you get all your mustard out of your mustard container is put the vinegar that you need to add into the container, shake it around, and then it gets the rest of the mustard out. So I need to add 1 more 1/2 cup of the white vinegar. So I'm just going to pour it into here. Shake it up. And then that'll get the rest of that mustard out. Plus I'm going to add a little extra mustard anyway because I had a little extra banana pepper. Now remember, we already put a 1/2 cup of this in with the peppers when we were pureeing them and this. And then I just added the other 1/2 cup into the mustard. So we're done with this. So now we just need to add 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. You're going to see me put in 2 of these because this is a 1/2 cup measuring cup. Now mix it up real good and bring it to a boil. We have come to a boil, so I've got my temperature turned down, and now we're going to simmer it for 10 minutes. Stir it every couple of minutes so that it does not scorch to the bottom. While that's cooking, I'm going to sterilize my jars. All I did was rinse them off, put them in the oven at 250, bake them for 10 minutes. And I'm sterilizing my lids by putting them in a pot of water. I'm just going to bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I can shut it off. They're sterilized and ready to go. It's done, and I personally think that the thickness and texture is perfect, but if you want it a little bit thicker, all you have to do is add 1 or 2 tablespoons of your canning pectin, Sure-Gel, or this stuff, and just bring it back to a boil, let it boil for 1 minute, and then it's done and you can shut it off. Also, it has a little bit of a texture to it. You can see it's slightly lumpy. Nothing in it is crunchy, so the texture does not bother me at all, but if you want a completely smooth texture, all you have to do is run it with an immersion blender and smooth it out. That's it. Now I'm just filling my big stock pot of water and I'm bringing that to a boil, and I'm going to go ahead and fill my jars and we'll be ready to can it. Now we're going to fill those jars, leaving a 1/2 inch of headspace. Then wipe those rims with the wet rag. Add your lids. And then your bands to fingertip tight. Got all our jars filled. This is what we've got. I've got 5 jelly jars and 2 half jelly jars. I also got this extra that I'm gonna put in the fridge, and we'll eat that fresh over the next few days. You can see as it's cooled down a little bit how it has thickened up. To me, that is the perfect thickness and texture. All right, let's get these things loaded into the canner. I've got them all loaded in, and I did have to add a little bit more water to make sure all of my jars were covered with at least 1 inch of water. I'm just gonna bring it back to a boil. Once it starts to boil, then I'll start my timer. We are officially at a boil, so now I'm gonna start my timer for 10 minutes. Pints and smaller are gonna water bath can for 10 minutes. And it's done. Now we can take these jars out. You wanna leave them undisturbed on your counter for 24 hours. Then you can take the rings off of them and store them in your canning pantry. And as they cool, you'll hear those lids ping, and that means they're sealed. If you're looking for any canning lids or jars, I really love the ones from 4 Jars, especially these itty bitty ones. These are such a great size to utilize for gifts, or if you ever just have a small amount left and it's not enough to fill any of the bigger jars, just love them. They're really, really great quality. I'll have all of their information and stuff linked down below. And that's it. Homemade banana pepper mustard. It really is that easy, and it is so delicious. It's so good that whenever anyone tries it, they're gonna ask you for the recipe, or they're gonna leave your house with a jar. Happy homesteading!